Hi there, I'm Christina Peters, and on this episode of the Professional Photographers Podcast, we're going to be talking about 20 questions to protect your business. So if you're a beginner, you're not going to be charging what somebody like myself has been doing for 35 years, right? You're going to be on the lower bracket. And then I say beginners are in between like 1 and 5 years. And then in the middle, intermediate, 5 to 10 years. And then after 10 years, you're solid. You should be an A-list shooter at that point. You should be charging the fullest rates that you can get. So I do my own books because I like to know where my numbers are. I want to know how money is flowing through the company and flowing out of the company. I need to watch that. So I talk to my accountant and we sort of work out on a quarterly basis what I need to be setting aside for taxes. I am an S Corp, and that means I have to payroll myself. And don't freak out. You're like, oh my God, she does all that. My accountant, my CPA does all that. I don't do my payroll paperwork. And so it's part of the cost of doing business. So pretending you're a photographer with clients and you're not in business yet is sort of a dangerous road to go down because there are penalties, fines, and interest that they could charge depending on where you are. So the question you need to ask, and you find out if you have a city hall, you just find out does a photographer need a business license in the city? And then if you're running your business out of your home, you might actually need a home permit as well. And then there's sort of some rules and regulations about what you can and cannot do in your home as far as a business. You need to find those out as well. And, again, it's just a conversation. So there are many, many, many companies running around calling themselves like photography insurance agents and things like that. Not every insurance agency insures photographers equally. And, the PPA, as a member, you do have an insurance package. It's a good beginner's package, but it might not cover all the things that you need for your business. This is something that my first insurance agent had me do, and I was so glad they did. I had to make an Excel spreadsheet of every piece of business equipment that I owned and every piece of office equipment that I wanted on that policy. Again, every insurance agent and policy is going to be a little different. For most, though, if you don't list out your equipment, sometimes they call it a schedule. I don't know what it's scheduling, but they're calling it a schedule. There's a list of equipment. And if it's not on that list and something burned down, then you're not insured.